Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. Hey, we have a wonderfully interesting woman in the studio today that you need to meet. Her name is Jyothi Pallapothu, and she's a foreclosure defense attorney. Now, we've heard foreclosure, but I don't think we know what a defense attorney does with it.
Oh, well, a foreclosure defense attorney actually works on the behalf of a homeowner,
Okay.
Defends them in court, and works with the bank to try to get rid of the foreclosure.
Because I often think we're powerless if we're in this situation, that we think, well, I'm just going to lose everything. But that's not the case, because you're going to come in and help me.
Right, not at all. Actually, there are a lot of options out there when a homeowner is faced with foreclosure. I think one of the misconceptions is this is the end-all, be-all, like I have to move out of my home. And that's not really the case at all. It's always wise to seek the advice of an attorney so you know that, hey, I can save my home and I can stay in my home, and it's just not an immediate reason for me to have to move out.
I'm not immediately kicked to the street.
Not at all, not at all.
When should I call you if I'm in trouble?
You know, I always like to tell a homeowner, if you feel that you're about to fall behind on your mortgage, then call an attorney and see what your rights and options are. Be a little proactive about it, because I think some people believe that, well, this will go away, and then you reach a certain point in the litigation, and at that point it becomes more difficult to defend. So as soon as a homeowner falls behind on his payments or her payments, seek the advice of an attorney.
How far behind? Is it one payment? Is it two? Is it five? Is it a year? When we think fall behind, we may not think, oh, I've only missed a couple payments.
Right. Actually, if I tell a homeowner, pay as much as you can until you cannot pay anymore. And if you feel that you're reaching that point, seek the advice of an attorney.
Okay. And a foreclosure defense attorney, not any attorney. We need you.
Right, a foreclosure defense attorney. So make sure the attorney is defending a homeowner and not working on the bank side.
Right. Now, you're coming in. We often have, when I'm trying to call you, I might be a little embarrassed because, especially with this last real estate situation, I may have been having a great job, and I bought a home maybe a little bit more than it was a stretch, thinking I can make it, and then suddenly I don't have a job, and now I'm in this mess. So I would bet embarrassment plays a role in me maybe not calling as soon as I should have.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm ashamed, I'm embarrassed, I can't believe I got myself in this situation.
Right.
And the economy, due to the economy, the last few years, a lot of people have lost their jobs. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's nothing to be ashamed about. In fact, it's better to be proactive and know that, hey, I can save my home. Oh, I don't have to just get rid of this property and move out. And knowing that the banks can help you regarding your circumstances, and they understand that things happen, and it's not something to be ashamed of.
And when I'm working with you, is there a chance that I can not only stay in my home, but maybe save my home and write myself up so that I can stay there?
Yes, definitely. Fighting the foreclosure in court, it can buy time, actually. You're looking at staying in your home for up to 2 years or even longer when an attorney's defending you. And an attorney, it's not just merely stretching it out, it's actually fighting the bank and see if there are mistakes made. And in the meantime, the attorney assists the homeowner in negotiating a loan modification or some other alternative to foreclosure to save the property. And those are two separate tracks, and they both take time. So it's better to know that, oh, if I fight this in court, I still also have time to work on saving my home.
Right, so because you have to negotiate for me on my behalf with the bank, so you're wearing many hats here.
Yes. Not only am I working with the bank, negotiating, which is a lengthy process. You're looking at anywhere from 6 to 9 months or even longer. In the meantime, I'm also going to court and fighting the foreclosure and asking for documents and seeing, if anything went wrong when they bought the property and if it's a wrongful foreclosure.
Now, if the result is not me staying in my home and I result in maybe a short sale, is that something that you guide me through as well, if that's one of the options we decide is better?
Yes, certainly. My main goal is to always ask the homeowner, what do you want to do with the property? What is your goal at this point? And if they say, well, you know what, maybe I don't want to keep the property, I want to short sell it, well, then we definitely go through that process. And one thing a homeowner has to understand is any of these alternatives to foreclosure, as I call them, they take time. And so I'm here to help them through the process. Dealing with the banks, I understand their jargon and their procedures. And so definitely, yes, a short sale is one of the options that I can guide them through.
Because oftentimes we think, gee, I could do this myself. and that's probably not a good idea.
You know, a lot of people, that you can do it yourself. The problem is it's a frustrating process. And another misconception is, well, you know, the bank will tell me, oh, I got all my paperwork in, you'll have an answer soon, and then you just don't hear from the bank. And so it's a matter of continuous conversations with the bank, letters, negotiating, and
Well, and it's understanding how it works, which I think you bring an enormous amount of experience by helping others to you know, helping me. And so, and I also, yeah, I think it would be a very scary process to try by myself.
right. It can be a little intimidating, especially when, you know, it's almost a panic, like you don't know. It's the unknown that causes a lot of fear in people. And it's better to sometimes say, well, let me see who I can have on my side and who can help me.
Why do this? This is a tough job. You've got, you know, a lot of hats to wear. You've got to have multiple areas of expertise. Why do you do this?
You know, I do it because I truly enjoy it. I really like helping the homeowner. I feel like I'm making a difference, and it's great when I know that I've saved a homeowner's home and that they can keep their property. And I get that call, you know, when they're saying, thank you so much, Jyothi. And I'm not doing it for the gratitude. I'm doing it to know that I am actually truly helping somebody.
I think in little ways you're helping save the American dream.
I would like to think so.
I think so. Very interesting, and I think if anybody is in this situation, they need to call you. So thanks so much for stopping by and telling us a little bit about what you do and that you're out there, so that we know that if we're in this situation, we have a voice, we have an advocate. We're going to be right back with more Business Connection. Stay tuned.